That sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm thinking that's everybody at the plantation.
I say we
What
go
does that
to the
do?
plantation.
Well, there's a creepy man there, and I feel like people would think creepy men would take children. Especially with what happened to Tommy.
And you want them to arrest him with no evidence on just a suspicion while you're hanging out,
Yes!
shooting the beans
Yes!
at the train station.
Yes! Then they'll find all the coffins there.
Oh, and the crazy man will tell them they're a mortician and they'll believe him. They're adults.
I mean,
He's right.
someone might ask for credentials.
You think they'll just go snooping around his house?
Hell yeah.
But where's your license?
Alright, now that we all agree that Billy Hicks was stupid.
The sheriff will need a warrant before he can go in. He need a judge to give him that warrant.
Teddy's right. I say we just.
I
go
like
back.
that plan. I like that other people are doing stuff, and we can just go home.
Okay, all
But
for going
I
back
don't know
to
how well it'll work.
all for going back to the plantation.
Can I actually get a steak
Oh
this
God,
time?
really? Teddy looks defeated
Sure.
as well.
You can make one. Yeah, can I make a steak before we go back?
Make it. Oh yeah.
So I don't have to keep on trying to use the knife.
Yeah, you can make a
should all
steak. You
have
can
a
find a piece of wood, a good sized piece of wood, and just
I'll
make
have
a
steak.
sharp.
Yeah.
You can make a bunch of steaks for them. It'll take long, maybe an hour
Yep,
to gather up
bunch
some
of
of the best kind of wood.
Yeah.
Bunch of steaks be going. Yep.
Teddy admits during this time that he doesn't. All he knows from vampire lore is what little he's read and doesn't remember anything. He feels bad about that. But I can't get to the library because I'm just a cripple. So I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I've let y'all down.
I asked you to give.
You're fine.
And I take my.
Don't
mirror.
worry.
Yeah, I
You've
get,
done more than we could ever
Playing
ask.
Kyle's part as best I can.
I give Teddy his mirror back. And I
Oh,
give
okay,
mine back to Teddy.
Yeah, he gives
And
you
then
that.
I check everybody.
Yeah, he
More
forgot
than
about
any of
that.
us.
He feels bad about you.
I check myself very particularly.
You see everybody in the mirror. Everybody's in the mirror. Except I'm not. No, everybody's in the mirror. You wish Michael was.
I didn't see Michael in the mirror.
Okay.
To the plantation.
Yep.
Oh God.
To do what?
I am going to be looking for Tommy.
Yep.
You just want to go snooping around again in the house?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to trespass
What's
again?
okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, Michael, go with me on this mind journey. What happens when you find Tommy's thing in there?
We stake him.
You stake Tommy
You shake him.
in there. When you find his,
You could be
we
an
just
idiot.
buried the coffin.
And you saw how many empty coffins there were in the house?
How can one coffin be in two places?
Tommy's coffin ain't gonna be there.
He's got
He
his
doesn't have to
dirt.
be in his own coffin. He just needs his own dirt.
So you're gonna go to somebody else's house where a person we think is a very powerful major vampire is, and you're gonna go through all the coffins, busting them open until you find Tommy, even though one was empty and just had dirt in it before.
Well, like you said,
Well, what
adults
else
aren't going to
can we
believe.
do?
Adults aren't going to believe us. So, who else?
Well, Jebediah, what's the alternative option?
I don't know. I just don't want to go back there.
My point.
No, that's not a point. Doing something when you don't know what to do, just to do something, ain't no better than doing nothing. Is it?
If we could get more
He wants to
information
go
on
and
this
just bust
Christopher
open
man.
coffins.
Because
But it's because he's just flailing about. It's
it's because I have a hunch that Tommy's back there.
Do you?
Yes.
All right then. But at the same time, that's trespassing, vandalism, destruction of private property.
He didn't report us yesterday, did he?
Your logic on the law is irrational and irrelevant. Just because he didn't report us yesterday doesn't mean he's not doing it. And I understand. I'm just wanting you to understand that we're breaking the law. You don't seem to care, and that's fine. I don't know how your sister feels about that. But all I'm saying is, you should know what we're getting into if they do decide to report us.
Teddy, maybe there's something we can do to find out more about this Christopher
I'm
gentleman.
here for democracy, not the law.
But the law's not democracy.
Loosely.
What can we do, Jebediah? Help me.
Well, If there's any records in town that we can find on them, if there are any books in the library.
Well, that would be at the county seat.
Yeah. That would be a day trip, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How can we...
You have to get somebody to
out of
take us to
character, how can
town. The only person, the Spearmans have a car, have a motor car. So does Isaac Robard, he has a tow truck. And Doc Underwood has his horse and buggy. Randall Underwood loves to drive his car. You know that. His dad doesn't let him a whole lot because he's a little reckless. Randall Spearman. And nobody really knows that Jill is not happy with Richard right now.
Well, Richard ain't gonna be with y'all.
I'm saying that out of character. Nobody knows that Richard and Jill seem to be having a little tiff. They're gonna get married someday.
I mean,
You guys could walk, but it's at least 10 miles. That's a long walk to the county seat.
I mean, like, it just feels like we're so, like, far away from all those, like, looking up things that it's probably not a good option.
You're a bunch of kids in a tiny little thing.
So,
I'll give you an idea check.
alright.
Give me an idea check.
Good idea. I made it.
Right now, okay, I'll pull back the GM curtains for a second.
Alright.
Right now, this is a sandbox.
Yeah.
Things are going to happen. Unless you guys do stuff and it changes the potential outcomes. But up to that point, you can do anything you want. Which means in some cases, there's not a lot you can do until something else happens to let you in on what to do. You don't have to do something every day. I'm not putting that down as a bad choice. You've got some good. I think Michael has good backing for why he wants to do it, even if Teddy is law-abiding and afraid of potential going to jail, whatever, blah blah. But what I'm saying is, you can do something every day, but you can also not, or you can do things that don't get much done. You guys are right at the very beginning of the scenario, pretty much.
Oh my god.
Things will progress. Well, you guys, I screwed up. I'm going to admit it, I screwed up. I should not have had Yorie see the light at the plantation. It was too early to bring the plantation in, which means that the second day you guys would have done nothing, there would have been the funeral, blah, 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 and suspicions wouldn't have really started to get raised until other events occurred. And that's my fault. That's totally my fault. That's on me. I realized that right after we played the game. I was like, God damn it. They're going to the plantation too quick because at this point in the scenario, at the point that you first went to the plantation, there was not really anything to do except get creeped out by a bunch of coffins. So, you're not doing anything wrong. Nobody here is doing anything wrong. I don't want you to think that. It's very open scenario with, here's the things that are going to, I've got a list of things that are going to happen if you guys don't do anything. Some of them you can do stuff about, others there's no way you can even know to do anything about them. So don't feel like you're spinning your wheels if things are not progressing as you're doing stuff too much. I know the bad guys' intentions and what their actions are going to be.
Alright.
Did you make your idea check?
Yes.
You know Doc Underwood has got a lot of books and stuff. Maybe there's some clues there.
What's today's date?
Finally. It's not. He doesn't really have a library, but he's got books.
Alright, well I'm doing
Today
that.
is Friday, the June 21st.
Here's what Jebediah says, and I'm pretty sure Teddy will agree with him.
Teddy agrees with him. I'm going there, carte blanche.
Jebediah is saying, look, neither of us are going to be very helpful if stuff goes bad. We're just going to slow you down, or we're going to get injured. And neither of us want to go up there. If y'all really want to go up there and like try to stake coffins and destroy shit, that's on you. We're going to go on Doc's house, look up all the books, try to get all the information, and wait until we see evidence of what Tommy's doing, of what Christopher's doing, and just try to see what their next move is. We need more information before we just charge in blindly. That's what we're going to do.
So you guys are going to head to Doc Underwood.
Yep.
Are you guys going to the plantation?
I kind of
Teddy's
agree.
relieved he doesn't want to go break the law. He's scared of breaking the law.
I agree with that logic.
Alright,
Preparing.
Are you going to the plantation?
I don't know.
Okay, you think about it. Are you going to go to the plantation? We're going to kind of skim over. I mean, we're going to generalize. I'm not going to make you guys go through every room of the plantation, unless it's important for that room.
I want to go to the plantation, yes.
You can. Are you going? You want to go. Are you
It
guys
depends
going
on whether
Let's-
anyone goes with me.
Okay,
If
so
no one
what's
wants
the
to
plan?
go with me,
I mean,
I'm not
there's
going.
always still something that could happen.
What does that mean?
I mean, if you go at night, you can, like, die and get out of it, so...
What?
I may maybe
I think
going
you'll-
to the plantation.
Wait, what?
He said he's a maybe for going.
Okay, what about Ella-Marie?
Out of character, I'm a maybe for going.
That's fine. You guys have not made any bad choices yet. You've just made choices that haven't necessarily progressed the story very much because of the situation at hand. I know what's going on. All I'm doing is relating to you what you're finding.
I want to go back to the
And the only reason I'm arguing with you about Teddy is because that's how Teddy would, I think, act. He does not. He hates that place, and he does not want to get in trouble. You don't want to go. That's fine.
Well, I agree with the logic of preparing more. Because when we dug up his grave last night, we didn't really know what to do other than point a cross at them.
No, you guys knew what to do. You just... The timing was bad because
Yeah.
one of the strength checks wasn't made. And if all of y'all had made it, I would have let y'all open up the grave before the sun went down. But I thought in my head, they all have to make the strength check because of the timing.
Well,
I know what I'm doing. Y'all can do whatever. I'm good.
And you can go to the plantation alone if you want. I'm just saying, I'm saying, role-playing game. You guys aren't trapped in my story. I just have events that are going to happen, and then depending upon what you do, it'll affect those events potentially.
We do know better what we're dealing with.
I suppose you're right.
And you guys can split up. Don't feel like you can't split up and try different things.
Out of character.
I'm making
There's more
100
action
mistakes.
to be done, and you wouldn't have to go alone.
Yeah, he said he wants to go up to Doc's to look in through his books to see if he has, like,
Billy,
folklore books, vampire books.
would you be willing to go to the plantation?
He says nothing back.
Oh no, my God!
No, I'm liking this.
Billy, please. I've asked your forgiveness.
This is what he's doing to you.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Oh my God! Let's go to that plantation.
Give that to Yorie.
Yes.
I thought it was something like that.
Well, because you even asked him. Had you given him an apology?
Kids can be very petty, except for very small reasons. No, I'm loving it. Okay, so two of you are going to the plantation. What about Richard?
He threw some money at me. I don't know if that's an apology.
You want to go with him?
Jebediah.
Did you
Yeah, but
apologize? You
In a way.
did not.
In a way.
Well done.
I did.
So Yorie wasn't just being a bitch. His character actually had reasons for everything he was doing. I appreciate the hell out of that.
Oh,
That's well done.
Teddy, do you think you'll need help reading through all the books? Or do you think you got
Oh, I can read.
Well, I know that, but it'll go faster if you read more books.
If you want to come.
Yes, you can come if you
But I don't
want.
know if they need extra help.
Who knows?
We'll be
If
fine.
you want to be there,
I'm
just
going
come.
with it.
I say,
Alright,
oh my
sweet.
God,
Amazing.
like with that interaction, and I walk away.
So, you're done with them for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done with them for life.
You're going to go find Jill Spearman and just hang out. Okay, so you guys are going up to Doc Underwood's. What do you want to tell him?
We just want to look at his books and like we've been looking at this spooky stuff more and it's been on our minds and we need to resolve some.
No, he's fine with that. He loves young children, young people learning. He's got some books in his study. Y'all are welcome to look through them. Just please be careful. So he lets you and Teddy go there. Are you going with them?
Yeah, I'm with them.
With these three? Okay, so you're going to... Okay,
I
so
also
Richard's
want
also
to,
going
like,
to
once he
Doc
shows us this, I'm gonna ask him if this is everything he has. He doesn't have anything else that he keeps.
Well, there's medical journals and stuff. I don't think y'all will find anything useful there. But you can look at them if you want. There's some up in the attic. They're medical journals. They're old. Most of them are out of date now. About medicine from the late 19th century.
Is there anything about people with neck injuries or
I'm sure there would be. Broken necks were handled differently back then.
or
What you're getting at him is that these are medical journals. These are not like
nothing?
about folklore, vampires, or any of the like. They're going to be boring, dry ass medical texts on.
Well, if I have
If someone
extra-
breaks this is how you should set it. Don't use leeches anymore. You know that kind of shit.
If I have extra time, I might look at there see
Okay.
if there's anything else. But
He says if you want to go up there, you can. He shows you where the attic entrance is. It's
I'm
an actual
gonna
step
look
up to an attic.
I'm gonna look at other stuff first.
Okay.
And see how much time we
Okay.
have today.
Well, you can spend as much time looking through this stuff as you want. There's quite a bit. So you can spend some time, and what I'm going to do, we're going to deal with the plantation very quickly. The two of you are going to the plantation, right? Are you knocking? Are you just going to creep in? What's the plan?
I think we're just going in.
Okay, so you're just going in, kind of creeping around downstairs. Your coffin downstairs has been repaired. Somebody has taken some boards and stuff and screwed them into the side of the coffin. I think that's the only thing you did. You only dealt with that one coffin.
Yeah.
So you brought hammers and hammers, basically. Do you want to just go around busting holes in all the coffins, or how do you want to do?
Well, I was going actually, I think we could stop and try to get an axe.
Yes. You could have gotten an axe somewhere along the way before you head out to the plantation. What am I looking for here? Research. There we go. What's the plan? Tell me what you want to do. I'll tell you what happens. You just stove in the side of every coffin in the house until someone shows up with a shotgun, or what?
Why not?
Or
I told you people to stay out. Mickey Mouse.
Why don't you two think about it? You guys could discuss it on the way over there. So you two think about that. I'm going to deal with the research. So what I'm going to need are... This is going to make everybody so mad. I need library use.
Hell yes!
Finally!
Okay, so here's the deal.
16 out of 50!
Okay.
You are so excited.
I finally am useful!
Yay!
I put 70 points in.
Thank God. You knew. You knew.
Teddy will make a roll too, and Richard, you can make a roll.
What would be the base for library?
It should be on your character sheet.
20.
Yeah, that's 20.
I did not.
Teddy made it as well.
56.
Just give him a little check for library use.
I did not.
You made it too?
Teddy's the library
Okay.
master.
So you're finding books that aren't really helpful. You and Teddy find folklore books.
Sweet.
For every hour of reading, I need an own language check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Okay. So.
Alright,
we'll do one for
what
Teddy.
time did we show up here?
You should up. We're gonna say 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. So every hour, you can make a check to see if you can. Because here's the problem.
Do you want to do these
These
one at a
books aren't
time, or
like-
you want me to pick how long we're here?
No, you can do it hour by hour. This is like, these books aren't like, hey, here's stuff about vampires. It's like, here's a bunch of stories.
Made it.
You have to sort through them to figure out the ones that are fucking vampire stories.
Okay.
So it's a lot of reading.
And which ones are Rougaroos?
And which ones are ghosts, rivers, whatever. You can also do this if you want. Okay, so you made one.
So I should do a...
Do an own language. So the first hour, own language. What's his own language? Language, 55. He's not very well educated. He got a 58. He's no help. Did you make it?
21 out of 70.
Okay, so you find the traditional information first to how to destroy a vampire the first hour. So to allow them. Staking it in the heart when cutting off its head and stuffing its mouth with garlic. Burning the thing after this is also done.
All of those things need to be done to kill it? Or is it
have
like...
been done.
Okay.
So the steak and the garlic are together, or the burning seems to be separate. Steak and burning also works together.
So,
you know what I mean?
So
All
steak
these
and
things-
garlic in the mouth, or steak and
What
garlic.
you're getting is sometimes steak destroys them. They like turn to dust, or they die and they never come back. Other times steak just pin them.
and then you
Stories conflict.
And you needed to cut off their head, put garlic in it, and burn them.
If you want to do all three, you're pretty much guaranteed.
Okay.
Or at least cut off the head and burn the body.
Steak,
Find anything?
behead,
A
put
vampire-
garlic in the mouth,
A
burn.
vampire must return to the site of its burial or where it's
Make
grave.
sure.
So,
Yeah,
we already
be
knew
dead.
You already knew this. You're getting some repeat information in the first hour. Okay. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep looking around 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, there's two of you. You guys can make own language. Teddy made it
Fuck.
that time. You didn't. That's
I
okay.
did not make it.
Okay,
Even
so
I-
the only thing that you find this hour is Teddy finds some information. Vampires cannot enter buildings where they are not invited.
Sweet.
Public buildings are fine. Stores, hotels, any public buildings are
So
okay.
all of us here, I'm going to say, so we're safe in our own houses as long
Yes.
as nobody invites any strangers
Is
in.
Billy
Correct.
safe?
We don't live in
Billy doesn't live in the store. He lives in a
Okay.
separate house, so he should be safe in
Yeah,
that.
I mean, like, if we're in the
That's
train
good to know.
station or the...
They also cannot enter
No.
churches,
We don't have
even
one
though
of
those are public ground, or holy ground, unless they're buried there. If they're buried there, they can walk in and out of holy ground or graveyards as much as they want. But if they're not buried there, they can't enter. Is what Teddy finds out.
You said the wolf didn't enter the graveyard when you were there.
It didn't move.
They didn't go in the
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
And that man didn't come into your house through the window, even.
So that's...
Even though the window's wide open. Okay. Alright,
really
so
want to
it's
find that
noon.
one
If
for
you
me.
guys want to keep looking.
I'm gonna keep looking.
Skip lunch.
Actually, no, we are not going to skip lunch because Doc Underwood makes you guys lunch.
Amazing.
So it's going to be 1 o'clock before you get started again.
Well,
So
if I do it in
and
about 30.
shit, what did I roll?
Yeah.
74 is a fail. You two both made it. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys get 2 more things. Garlic is said to repel vampires. You get that. Again, information you already got. They cast no reflection in a mirror and possibly can be repelled by it, is what you find out.
This is baby stuff.
It's all just stuff that you've had, but, you know, you got to get through the baby stuff. It is now 2 o'clock.
I'm gonna keep
Just took
going.
an hour for lunch and took another one. Okay, Teddy will keep looking too.
Made it.
3. Oh, Teddy made it too.
I made it.
Everybody made it. Okay, so 3 more things. The cross and the crucifix repel vampires. The crucifix is more powerful, but the cross can still be used.
But
I
they
don't
did
think
not.
anybody's seen your crucifix.
But
yet.
it didn't say they harm it. They said they
Repels.
repel.
It'll keep it away.
Okay.
The second one is ash, aspen, blackthorn, buckthorn, and hawthorn stakes are particularly effective.
Are any of those woods nearby?
Make a natural history.
Can I ask Doc?
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know if he has any natural history either.
Give me natural world.
He's a smart
What is it
boy.
called? Natural world.
He's lived here forever.
Yeah, natural world. Let's see if Doc actually has anything in the natural world.
I mean,
natural world.
I can
Let's
make the
see.
base 10, but I want him to try first.
You can still try it, and Doc made it at 05.
Hell yes.
Wow.
Whoa!
So that's 30. He actually has 30. He
Look it
tells
up.
you, Doc can tell you. Ash trees, there are some ash trees locally and a few buckthorn.
What does it look like?
There's no aspen or hawthorn or blackthorn. Those are
It
European
probably shows
trees.
it in
I want to ask him what they look like, and then he can point
It
out a
probably
couple.
shows it in the book. Might have a diagram.
It doesn't, but Doc has a book of trees. So he's got like, it's like, oh, how do I identify trees?
Alright, so
You're a big nerd.
so
you
if I
guys
look
should
at
be
those,
able
I
to
can-
identify these trees now.
Sweet. And what's their
So
names?
keep that in mind.
Let me write it down.
The local
Ash and
ones,
buckthorn.
yes, ash and buckthorn. Ash is more common than the buckthorn in this area. So those are the ones. Others are all European and useless to you guys. Is that 2 pieces of information?
That was 2, yeah.
So the third is holly, hung from doors and windows, repels or keeps vampires out of the house.
Is there any holly nearby?
So even if
Holly's gonna be hard to find.
so wait, even if they're invited
It's
in,
possible,
they still
though.
can't come in.
No. This is more of a, if you have some above their house. Well, yeah. Even if they're invited in, if you can hang some holly. Hawthorn trees work the same way, though it is unlucky to bring hawthorn into your house. None of those are common in the area, so
We'll make
that's kind of useless information. So now it is, let's see, you took a break for lunch. This one was 1 to 2, so now we're at 2 to 3. You guys want to keep looking?
Yeah.
These stories are creepy too. You guys are gonna have a
08.
nightmare.
Does it matter that I'm here?
Fucking Teddy failed. What?
Does it matter that I'm here?
Did you go with them?
Yes.
I never heard
I've
you
been
say
here
that.
this whole fucking time.
I never heard you say that. I heard you say I walk away was the last thing I heard you say. I
No,
did too.
I'm sorry.
I
Okay,
didn't hear
I
that,
didn't
sorry.
make that clear. I walked away
To join
with
them.
them, but if it'll make it easier, I
Alright,
haven't
for
done
now
it.
we're gonna just say that you went off to do your own thing. You got bored. Around 3 o'clock, which is the end of the last check was 1 to 2, this was 2 to 3. So around 3 o'clock you go up to Doc's house because these boys said they were going up there and they've been gone all
okay.
day.
I've been at home.
So then you can join them after this. I'm sorry, Ambralyn. I don't want to excuse. I didn't realize that you went with them. I'm sorry.
I
Definitely
didn't
speak
make that
up.
100%.
Definitely speak up and let me know if I missed something.
I didn't make that 100%
So
clear
you
where I
made
was
yours.
I made it.
So we got 2. Holy water said to injure or damage a vampire. Of course, the nearest Catholic church is 30 or 40 miles away. A rose branch is placed on the grave to prevent vampirism. And rose petals are supposedly to protect against vampires.
gone here, someone's earlier.
Okay, so they told you show up at the house, and
Yeah,
Doc's
we'll
glad to
go
see
down
you,
here.
gives you some iced tea, says the boys are in the study. You go in, there's books all over the place, like open. They're sitting there and they're just reading. It looks really boring.
When you get in, I'm gonna ask you, do you know anything about carving stakes from trees?
I know about carving.
Amazing.
Okay.
You better follow up
and
on
we'll input them. I'm gonna tell you about
Okay.
these trees. I'm gonna tell you how to identify them, and I'm gonna say I want us to all have stakes, like at least one per.
Yeah,
Makes
what was the
sense.
trees? Ash and hawthorn in this one?
Ash and buckthorn.
Ash is common, buckthorn is pretty uncommon. He can show you the book with pictures of the trees. So now this whole group knows what kind of trees look like what.
Amazing.
What do you want to do? Do you want to help them look through these books of scary stories and
You want to
folklore and
continue
shit?
looking?
Or do you
I'm
Okay.
still here until I'm out, basically.
And you can join him if you want. It's
Yeah,
kinda
I'll
up to you. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can. It's an
Hey,
own
you have really
language.
good education too,
Own
right?
language score. So it's an own language.
Yeah, I have 85 education.
Oh, fuck yes.
Okay.
We're gonna go so quick.
12.
So this is 3 to 4. I gotta reroll that.
That's important. I missed it.
Teddy got it. You got it, and you
I
got it.
missed
So
it.
it's 3 more. If seeds or grains, such as mustard or poppy seed, or oats, millet, or rice, are sprinkled on the ground around a home, and not all, okay, I want y'all to be clear on this. These are the information you're getting. You don't know for sure if it's true, but this is folklore.
If it's gonna work.
Right. Okay, I should have said that at the beginning, because some of this stuff may or may not
No,
work.
that makes sense.
If seeds or grains, such as mustard or, I'm not saying this one's not going to work, I'm just throwing it out there. If seeds or grains, such as mustard or poppy seed or oats, millet, or rice, are sprinkled on the ground around a home, a vampire must stop and pick up or count every one before they go further. This is in a story. This is in a story that you're reading. It's like,
I feel like,
What?
nah.
And it might
not
not.
worth it.
a gypsy tradition states that hanging fishnets around windows or doors protects the home, as a vampire is forced to count all the knots and or untangle the net before entering. This is another thing that you guys learn. There's an old Polish tradition that states that eating bread made from flour mixed with vampire blood makes one invulnerable to vampires. So if you got some
Only we
flour,
can get their blood.
ew, you get some flour, you mix in vampire blood, you make it into
I
bread.
ain't down
you
for
eat it.
that.
Okay. Do you want to keep looking? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm keep going to supper.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
this
you can do
is
2
kind
more
of
hours
sparse.
for it.
I think I might go up in the upstairs and see if there's anything.
So you're going to check the medical journals and...
I think after this one, if we don't get
After this
anything
one?
useful, I'm gonna
Okay.
do that.
I'm keep
This
going
is,
down
so
there.
this is
Yep.
4 to 5 right now, Ron, I think.
Yeah.
Because she jumped in at 3. 4 to 5.
Yeah,
Teddy
3.
made it.
I made it 17.
Okay, so 4. Romanian folklore suggests that burying a bottle of wine near the grave of a suspected vampire for 6 weeks and digging it up, those who drink from it are protected from vampires.
Whoa!
I did some research.
This is what I thought was gonna happen.
What?
Here's the oh yeah, okay. Gypsy tradition states twins born on a Saturday, ideally brother and sister, have power vampires if they wear their underwear inside out. When were y'all born? What date? I need a birthday
Yes.
for you too. No, I need a birthday.
Do you want to do it on, wait.
Nope, no looking at
Well,
phones or
hang on,
anything.
hang on.
You
We're
just need to pick a
15.
date.
So-
It's
We're
1929.
fraternal
So
twins.
that's 1914.
Fraternal. I thought you were identical.
No, fraternal, because we're boy and girl.
Identical twins can be.
Yeah,
Well,
but-
it's twins born who are. Yeah, okay, fine. It's still the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's twins who are boy and girl. Yeah, you're not. That's true. You're not identical. But this. Yeah, it's just twins born on a Saturday. It doesn't mean identical. So, but I need a date for your birth. So it's 1929 and you're 15. So you're born in
1914.
1914. So I need a date, and
Um,
then we'll look it up and see if it was a Saturday.
what is this month currently again?
This is June.
June.
So it'd be before 1914 before June, 1915 after June.
I mean, you got a 1 in 7
I'm
chance.
thinking 23rd.
I thought about doing a
March
die roll, but
23rd?
I think
I don't know why it's 23rd.
March 23rd.
1914 calendar.
Okay, here's the thing. Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday.
No, you're not gonna shut up.
You were born on Easter.
1940 calendar, United States. Okay, what was the date?
Saturday.
What's the date?
Saturday.
What was the date, Jenny?
March
March 23rd.
March 23rd, 1914 was when you were born. January, February, March. You guys aren't gonna know anyway. I'm not gonna tell you until you go ask your parents. What the fuck? I got an ad?
You were born on. You can say
You didn't watch your
Why didn't
space.
you just Google it?
I am googling it, but when I go down to March 20 what?
3rd.
Okay. All right. I know what day you guys were born. You don't. Your parents
You
probably
can go
know.
ask.
You can just wear your underwear inside out either way. And just give it a
You
shot.
can do it right now. No.
I am not saying that.
Wait,
I understand.
I thought it said each other's.
They have to wear their
Oh,
underwear.
hell no.
They have to wear their underwear inside out.
Okay, just their underwear.
So twins, boy and girl. This is an old Romanian gypsy tradition. And
The third thing.
you played that, which seems somehow
Oh.
relevant, but it's just a freaking poem apparently.
Oh.
Alright, you want me to read this, Jill?
Read it.
William Butler Yeats. 1865 to 1939. The poem is titled The Second Coming. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. The second coming. Hardly are those words out, when a vast image out of spiritus mundi troubles my sight. A waste of desert sand, a shape with lion body and head of a man, a gaze blank and pitiless as the sun. It moves its slow thigh. Is moving its slow thighs, while all about it, wind shadows of the indignant desert birds. The darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. And what rough beast, its hour come round at last, slouches towards Bethlehem to be born?
That just sticks out. Nothing in the medical journals. They're all just medical journals.
Nothing?
And it would take hours and hours and hours.
But I mean,
really
like, if I can look up
through
there,
them.
and there's just all medical journals?
Yeah, it is. You can come back now.
Okay.
These are basically simple, like, almost like folio kind of things.
I just want to make sure there's
Nothing but text, no
nothing
pictures,
hidden, no,
nothing.
like, spooky books he keeps up in his head.
No.
And I believe
It's a couple crates full of medical journals. Yeah, but that's it. You guys found everything you can find. You read through every story about vampires, including the Phantom of Crosland Grange. Meanwhile,
What's Spiritus Mundi?
mundane spirit.
Meanwhile, out of the plantation, what's the plan? You guys were supposed to just have this ready for me to go once they got done with this.
We weren't able to have a conversation.
Just step away and talk quietly amongst yourselves.
I'm good with whatever.
I think we're just going to bust open each coffin with the axe.
I am holding the crucifix everywhere.
And he'll hold the crucifix while I bust the coffin.
Who's got low luck?
I believe he has low work.
Give me a low luck check.
Ooh! That's a 9.
That's a
That's a 9. Okay.
Critical
You think
blow.
you hear somebody moving around the house as you're doing this, but
It's
nobody
good.
shows up to like stop you, and you bust open. By supper time, you can break open. Oh wait, each of you give me a strength check. If you both make it, you can break open all the coffins by supper time. Just holes enough to peek in.
Oh man,
Please,
thank
brother.
that back.
If you don't, if one of you misses,
I
then
missed.
supper time comes and goes, and you still have the third floor to do.
Brother.
If you both miss, you don't even get to the second floor.
I think he made it. That's a 53.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made it.
There's still the coffins. The 3 coffins up on the third floor. It's supper time, 6 o'clock.
I light the lighter and I drop it. No.
That doesn't mean it's going to catch the house.
I know.
This isn't like a thing. The house is made of
It
kerosene!
just singes a little bit.
Do you think you could be a bit late to supper?
Yeah, we usually don't like sit down and eat.
Oh, supper for you is kind of whenever.
I
A lot
guess,
of times Mrs. Pines from across the road will bring you guys something.
I think we're gonna stick around and bust open the rest of the coffins.
So it'll be about 7 o'clock by the time you get done.
Sounds to me like you're talking about like the anti.
Are you just leaving the inhabited room alone?
Well, that's what he thought, and then he saw the monster, and he was like, "What horrible things coming to Bethlehem?"
I'll take a little peek in.
Nobody's in there. Nobody's home.
Just things about the same.
But you did hear somebody moving around the house earlier when you were on the first floor. Yeah, it'll take you about till 7 o'clock. Wait. No, each of you give me another strength check. We'll see how long this actually takes. You get home for supper, and Michael's not there.
Oh, 9. 69.
69.
Is that a success? Okay. You're done within the half an hour. About 6:30 p.m., you busted holes in all those coffins.
And then
I'm assuming you re-broke the hole in the first coffin, too.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Nothing.
in any of them.
Nothing.
No Tommy. Definitely no Tommy. You don't see... You have suspected that St. Jordan is a vampire, too. No sign of him.
Yeah.
It's 6:30. You got an hour and a half, 2 hours for dark.
I'm running back to my house to try to.
Okay.
I'm riding my bike. I don't know why he's running.
Oh, yeah.
You guys could have both bought your bikes. They're still laying out in front of the building. Yes.
Do I know where Bethlehem is? And
Bethlehem is in the Middle East somewhere. It's where Jesus
It's
was
over
born.
near Jordan.
that was what I was wondering.
Yeah, Bethlehem's where Jesus was born. You guys were done with your searches by 5 o'clock. Before you think you have just used up all your resources in docks.
Well,
He's willing to have you all for supper if you want.
Nah.
Okay.
I gotta get back home.
He doesn't get to cook much for people, but that's okay.
I eat with I stick eat with Doc.
You're gonna stay and eat with the doc? Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna go home. Teddy's there too. Teddy's just kind of when he says that, Teddy just looks at you.
I'm already home.
So as soon as
I stayed until supper.
Before we leave, I want to arrange.
You said I came
you guys
home.
were done by around 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you said okay. I came
And you
home.
could've had
My
on
brother
another
wasn't there.
Right. Yeah.
And before we all break up, I want to make a note that we need to, either tomorrow or the next time we meet up or after dinner or something, we need to get together all these stakes out of this wood, ash wood. And we know what the trees look like, so...
You've looked at the book.
So, let's
Doc says you can borrow that book if you
meet
ask
up
him to.
tomorrow, find the trees.
I mean, will I need to identify the trees?
You think you'll be able to identify them without?
Alright, sweet. I'll come.
Okay. You have supper. You guys have supper. Michael shows up around 7 o'clock, a little before. Your parents are a little fussy with you about that for missing supper, but Mom kept some food warm for you.
Thank you, Mom.
I'll get home and I make a peanut butter sandwich. No
Let's
jelly.
have a talk, Mom.
There's no jelly left. The jar's empty.
Still, after a week and a half.
Marcus, as it is.
Oh, yeah.
1 2. Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
that information, so.
We'll do one more thing before we break up. I guess this is going to go 3 sessions.
1 shot turns into 3.
That's okay.
Because we're-
No, 1 shot can be.
Oh.
We can play later if you guys
We're
want, or we can break it up.
Fine.
It has to be a unanimous consensus to keep playing. Because
How late?
I don't know.
Well, it's 5
but I don't want to run too late.
We usually go to 7, don't we?
No, I've been trying to keep it a little
Like
shorter.
6.
And I would rather keep the sessions a little shorter, but play a little more often.
Yeah.
Because I know Kyle starts getting antsy and gets uncomfortable sitting for long periods of time. Unless he's really concentrating on video games.
It also is a very big commitment when it goes along. To, like, commit all a day. That.
Do what?
It's a big commitment. If you're going to go for 6 hours.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be easier for people if we play shorter, but a little more often. Next weekend is Super Bowl. Is anybody watching Super Bowl?
Kyle's having a
Party.
I'm not watching.
Oh, I didn't get invited, so.
Neither did I.
Super James Ball.
I didn't get invited, and I haven't heard anything about this, so I was apparently not invited.
He said he's going to make the
Well, he hasn't made the event yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, he just
What time
texted
is
us
the
about
Super
it.
Bowl? He didn't text me.
And
I've not been invited to several parties
well,
already,
he
so
texted
I'm
me
used to this.
he texted me to be like, oh, is it going to be cool, like, if we have, like, your birthday party, James' birthday party, and the Super Bowl in, like, one.
We're having a birthday party.
He doesn't know that.
It's his own fault. Okay, so what time is the Super Bowl supposed to... Alright, I'll leave it for then. I was going to try to run a session 0 of Down Darker Trails, where it's just like character creation and input from the players as to what they want out of the game. But I don't have to do that.
I really want to kill Cthulhu. That's what I want.
You know, just the Elder God.
I'll keep that in mind, actually, because that could just the Elder God himself.
I just really want to kill Christopher
I don't know
Christopher St. Jordan II. That's my goal.
Oh,
Here we
you
go.
don't know.
I don't know that
You
information.
don't know. Hey.
Yeah, you guys can get together that evening after supper. A decent, well after supper, if you want. What are you telling them?
Hey, Mom, Dad, I have a question that seems kind of strange.
Okay. Yeah. They'll hear you out.